my name's Grenville and welcome to Faery Wood. Today we're going to talk about courage, what it is, how to recognise when you're being courageous, and how to notice the signs of when you're not. Courage is defined as the mental or moral strength to venture, persevere and withstand danger, fear or difficulty. We all wish to be spiritual warriors, but that takes courage. Courage is personal bravery in the face of fear. It's doing what needs to be done even when it's really hard or scary, such as inner work. Courage is keeping going even when you feel like giving up and quitting. It's hard to do inner work on your own because it's too easy to falter when you get to the gnarly bits. Sometimes, courage means recognizing a danger and standing firm. You might recognize your usual victim excuse pattern and stand firm to be accountable and own it for once. Courage doesn't mean taking unnecessary chances just to look brave. There's a saying that fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Courage is needed in trying new things, like learning a healing modality or facing difficult fears like hosting a workshop and picking yourself up after making a mistake and trying again. Courage is doing what you know is right, even if it means that you may be misunderstood by your friends and family. Courage comes from what you feel in your heart, as opposed to what you think in your head. It comes from knowing yourself and knowing deep down that you can and should do something. Courage comes from knowing that Spirit is there to help, and no matter what, everything happens for the greater good. Love can give us courage. It gives us strength and helps us to do the right thing without letting our fears stop us. Courage is the best tool that a spiritual warrior can have, especially when you're scared or unsure that you have the ability. Without courage, everyone would just do the easy stuff and no one would try the hard things. Everyone would want to do what everyone else is doing just so as not to be the odd one out, even if they know it to be wrong. Fear would control your life and you'd be too paralyzed to try anything that might seem hard. Fear is a moment-by-moment choice. It's an illusion. The number of times I've worked myself into a tizzy, worrying over something only to discover that it wasn't even half as bad as I thought it was going to be. Sometimes you might feel alone facing what seems to be an impossible situation. But courage gives you the will to do great things. You know you're on the right lines when you do what you know is right even when it's hard or scary. Living with the woulda, coulda, shoulda is so much harder than facing the initial fear. You face your mistakes with courage. You know that you're either going to learn from them or grow from them and keep on trying. Every new day is an adventure. You try new things like applying the new healing modality that you just learned, even if it feels like you'll never remember it all. With inner work, you seek to understand something which you're afraid of and see if that fear is real or just imagined. You can always ask Spirit for strength and help if you need it. By universal law, Spirit cannot just help you. They must be invited in by you first. They can't do anything without your consent. You have courage when you stand up for what you know is right, even if all your friends are afraid or misguided, as is happening with this so-called pandemic. You let courage fill your heart, even if they may mock you, because one day, when this is all revealed, you have something that they want a piece of, your courage to do what is right. When you feel afraid, go ahead and feel that fear. Acknowledge it, then let it go. Know what is the wise and courageous thing to do, even if you're afraid, and do it anyway. That is integrity, and we shall cover that in another video. Want to know what courage looks like? Well, it may be in the form of a controversial Facebook post when you know that someone needs to read your post. When many of your other friends will not understand it, caterpillars don't understand the language of butterfly. Your friends may want to stick to conventional religion when deep down you know that there's so much more that you're part of. You see another light worker being ridiculed by those who do not get it yet, so you stand at their shoulder in support. You might even do something you're sorry for, like being economical with the truth. Maybe no one knows the difference, but you come clean about it. How do you know if you're doing it right? Well, even though you know it's going to be hard or scary, you still do it anyway. We all cock things up, own your mistakes and learn from them. You're willing to try new things. You're not afraid to ask for help from Spirit or others. You find courage in your heart even if others expect you to fail. You might feel afraid, but you go ahead and do it regardless. On the flip side though, fake it until you make it is a compromise strategy. It crushes your integrity and it gets revealed when you're too afraid of failing that it stops you from trying new things. You pretend that you're not afraid. You're afraid to admit your mistakes. You join the crowd doing what everyone else does, even when you know that it's wrong. When you find yourself doing the easy thing and not the right thing, or when you think that you can do everything by yourself instead of asking Spirit or someone else for help when you need it. As you may tell, I'm not a big fan of fake it until you make it, but that's the price of integrity. There should be no need to fake, just be. We may all start off at different places, but we do all have the same destination, to be the highest vibration that we possibly can. The higher your vibration, the closer to Creator or God consciousness you are. It's an inside job. It's a personal battle to improve the self. The transformation of caterpillar to butterfly is not loud and out there, it's subtle. If you need to fake it, recognize that it's now turned into an outside job and the ego controls how you want others to see you as. It becomes a show. Whose benefit is it for? It's not for you, because you already know. It's the empty vessels that make the most noise. I know, because I've tried both. I had no one to show me, so since 1998 it's been a long, hard struggle for evolution. We're all guilty of procrastination and laziness, but why work hard when you can work smart? Have the courage to accept help where you can get it, from strong people who call you out when you slip back to your old patterns. From a 5D perspective, doing it from the outside is not the best strategy. Yes, it does make you feel good, but so does a Band-Aid. It addresses the symptom rather than the actual issue, your vibration, the very thing that the universe responds to. If you're going to make a commitment to yourself, excuse yourself from social media for a period in order to nourish your soul. Folks will notice the difference. It's better to be because it's genuine. The empty vessel preaches and regurgitates the same words without truly making any notable progress. It becomes a long, frustrating slog. The new you generated from completing your inner work will attract a whole new social circle for you. That's how the universe rolls. Like attracts like. Butterflies still understand the caterpillars, but the caterpillars do not understand the butterflies. So the butterflies become drawn to other butterflies. This principle works the same with 3D and 5D. For 5D, there's a whole myriad of mindset philosophies and ways of being, including the alignment of our words and actions. We shall explain the differences between 3D and 5D in another video. We do not go anywhere in 5D, but our world becomes more heavenly. Everything is for our greater good. We either grow or learn new things. It's a mindset and a transformation of being. There is no ego, there is no duality, but to get to 5D requires properly facing our inner demons, our shadow self. When you start to realize that your shadow self is as much part of you with your best interest at heart, you're on the right track. Why not set your intention at the beginning of each day? I choose to experience the courage to listen to and follow my heart, to do new things, to do what is right, to admit my mistakes and to learn or grow from them. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. Nelson Mandela famously quoted, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." If you're serious about doing your inner work and genuinely need help, please get in touch. The good news is that whether we know this or not, we all chose to be here for this time, and we all chose to do our part in order to assist with the awakening. We've now got to the point where we can no longer sit on the fence, and we have to choose between 3D and 5D. These are very exciting times, and Faery Wood is here to bring hope and assist those who wish to transition to 5D. We even host a variety of workshop retreats dedicated to inner work in order to give you the experience of 5D. How many times have you asked the universe to show you a sign? Whether you realize it yet or not, you are the one that you've been waiting for. As soon as you choose to see the amazing time that we're in and recognize it for what it is, there's nothing to fear. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please help support us with a like, share or subscription. If you're ready to make a firm commitment to doing your inner work, no matter what, and would like us to assist you on your inward journey, you can find us at faerywood.ca. If you have some great ideas that you'd like us to cover for future videos, or would like to join our team as we venture forward into 5D, please drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. See you on the next one, and remember, the sun always comes out after the rain, so make way, 'cause the light must shine.